Hi everybody, this is Mr. Duncan in England. How are you today? Are you okay? I hope so. Are you happy? I hope so. Today we are going to look at a part of English grammar that expresses the very best and worst of things we see and do. The clearest way to express what is the greatest. In fact, I'm doing it now as I make this introduction. Today we are going to look at those super-duper superlatives. A superlative is a form of grammar that expresses the highest degree of equality. To say that something is better than all the rest is to use a superlative sentence. Individual words can convey a superlative expression. Superlatives come in many different forms. They are often formed as words ending in est or with the word most. A superlative can be used to show that something is hard to beat, or that its quality or performance is, for the time being, difficult to match. A superlative can be formed and appear in many ways. If a person does something that no one else has, then a superlative can be used to describe what has been achieved. The best or the greatest would be suitable words to use in this case. The greatest athlete, the best swimmer, the strongest man or woman on the track. A superlative can be used in a certain time period, such as a day. That was the fastest race today. She is the best singer I have heard today. In these sentences, we are showing that the superlative only relates to the event on the day. Being the best today means that tomorrow there might be someone just as good or even better. When we say that something is good, then we are stating that it is acceptable. It is not bad. It is good. It is passable. It is okay. It is sufficient. It is satisfactory. Many things are good. The quality of something, such as meat, can be described as good. However, it is possible to describe something as being best if it has been recognized in some way. If something has been awarded a prize or a high grade, then best can be used. In 2012, he won an award for being the best butcher in England. Once again, this superlative is relevant to the time in which it was given. Being the best one year does not mean you will be voted the best the next year. Let's take a look at some examples of superlatives. Great, greatest, good, best, high, highest, clean, cleanest, bright, brightest, new, newest, latest, brave, bravest, wealthy, wealthiest, clever, cleverest, amazing, most amazing, exciting, most exciting, difficult, most difficult, expensive, most expensive, familiar, most familiar, memorable, most memorable, enjoyable, most enjoyable, stunning, most stunning. In English, the superlative can be used in a way that suggests something that is not strictly so. Superlatives can be used figuratively. They suggest something for effect. For example, the most complete collection of modern art in England does not mean that all modern art is contained there. The sentence seems to be saying this, but in fact it is not so. Certain words have been brought into common use as superlatives. Contemporary writing often places a superlative here and there so as to add excitement or draw attention. Superlatives are often used in advertising. We might sometimes use the word superlative to show that something is unique, overwhelming, or insurmountable in quality or form. There are not enough superlatives to describe this show. The film critics lavished superlatives on her performance. By this, you are showing that something has left you feeling overwhelmed and impressed. We sometimes play with words to show a superlative that is not real. A common one is bestest, which of course is not a real word, but can be used as a fun way of showing how much something means to you. You are my bestest friend in the whole world. Another one is awesomest. This is not a real word, but it can be used informally to show that, in your opinion, something is the best. It is possible to use most as a way of expressing that something or someone has impressed you or has left an impression on you. That meal was most satisfying. I had a most enjoyable evening. That lecture you gave was most interesting. We found the most delightful place to have a picnic. She speaks in the most eloquent way. Superlatives can be used to show the most extreme things, both positively and negatively. The most positive thing is the best, while the most negative thing is the worst. The extremes of bad include the coldest day, the smelliest cheese, our darkest hour, the saddest song, the moodiest person, the loneliest man, the bleakest forecast. We often make a note of things that exist as unique or unbeatable. The tallest building, the fastest runner, the largest bowl of custard, the cleverest man, and all the other things worthy of note. We call these things records. Anything that cannot be beaten or is the most will be recorded. The facts surrounding this event or thing are written down. You can be the fastest runner in England or the fastest runner in the world. Most people aim for a world record. They want to be the best, the greatest, the tallest, even the shortest or the oldest is worthy of being included in the list of world records. But of course, just like many other superlatives, many of these records can be beaten, eventually. When the oldest living man in the world dies, the second oldest takes his place. The tallest building in the world now might not be in a couple of years' time. That particular record could be broken. Superlatives are great for showing how good or bad something is, even if they are not absolutely true. Your worst day ever might be tomorrow, but it may also be next Tuesday. We often throw superlatives into a sentence for effect. Superlatives are dramatic. They are expressive. They effectively express extremes, both in action and emotion. The best of the best and the worst of the worst are often used to show how great or awful something is. But it is not necessarily definitive or permanent. What might seem the best or worst today can change as time goes by. What could be better than a day at the sea? What could be better than you with me? What could be finer than a day in bed? What could be better than cheese and bread? What could be nicer than a card from Mum? What could be sweeter than a sugar-coated bun? What could be better than the kindness of a friend? What could be greater than a love that has no end? That is all I have time for today. I hope this has been a good lesson and that you have enjoyed it. Was it the best one ever? I hope so. Of course, there will be another one coming very soon, so I look forward to seeing you all again in the near future. Thank you for being the bestest, awesomest viewers in the whole world. Really, you are. This is Mr. Duncan in England saying thank you for watching me teaching you. And of course, ta-ta for now.